Probably one of the most that we bought in a very, very long time. I'm gonna say it's probably close to like $10,000, if not more. YouTube! What is going on, everyone? It's your boy AC back with another video, and today is episode 98 of the little mini series where we take $100 and we continuously buy, trade, and sell sneakers till we make $100,000. Now, in case you missed last week's episode, from all the buying, trading, and selling, all that great stuff in between, we've got to a brand new grand total of $70,136.60. A crazy high number that we have just in pure cash to go out and buy some sneakers. So with that being said, again, if you're new here, pretty much we go to the malls 3 times a week and condense all of that footage into a quick short little like 30-second montage for you guys. Then we come back and go over everything we picked up throughout the week. So with all that being said, let's waste no more time, head up to the stores and see what we're picking up this episode. A good thing we have $70,000 in cash because we bought an insane amount of sneakers this episode. Probably one of the most that we bought in a very, very long time. I'm gonna say it's probably close to like $10,000, if not more. But let's just waste no more time and get into everything we did pick up. A lot of these SB Dunks. First in this brown colorway. Yeah, a super clean and honestly great winter looking shoe. Just because in my opinion, this wheat colorway goes really good for like winter / fall weather. And with it being an SB, you just get that a little bit extra comfort with them. And yeah, we picked up 5 pairs of size 11, 10.5, 9, 8.5, and 8. And yeah, a great SB should move really fast for a good profit. I'm really happy about these. They were at the Nike store, and we picked up as many pairs as we could. I didn't really want to go to sizes 8. Arguably, I would like to have bought sizes like 13, maybe even 12 and under to an 8. But that's okay, just missing some of those key big sizes. But regardless of that, we did get some good sizes, and they're all retail, so you can't complain about that. And yeah, be on the lookout for next week's video, because next week we're taking a bunch of our shoes again to bring out to consignment, and best believe these are going to consignment right away. But yeah, this isn't the only SB we got. We got like 3 other pairs, like this colorway, this black and gum bottom colorway. Arguably this colorway is a lot better than that brown pair, and it just showed in the stores because there were like hardly of any of these left. We only were able to grab a size 11 and 10. The rest were like all sold out. These things sold out really fast, but hey, 2 is way better than none, and best believe also these are going to consignment, and honestly these should sell really fast. This is definitely a more popular colorway than that other brown pair, and just super easy to wear. Again, plus with that being an SB, you're getting that extra comfort in the shoe. And yeah, I'm really happy about these, getting them for retail again, a steal. But we got 1 more pairs of SB, but it is a high top. It is this colorway, the Halloween SB Dunk Highs. Now this is a crazy colorway. It really looks like one of those candy corns you get from Halloween from going trick-or-treating. Yeah, this colorway honestly is just crazy. I love this pair so much. Again, these things sold really fast. We only got a 10.5 and a 9.5, and it does come with some extra laces, which is nice. Yeah, really crazy pair of SBs. There's so much cool little details throughout this shoe, and if you haven't watched my full like breakdown of this shoe, the link will be up here somewhere. Don't forget to watch that video after this one. But yeah, that's finally the end of all the SBs we got this episode, but trust, we're about less than a quarter of everything we bought so far. So let's go through the next things. We got some Jordan 1 mids like this pair. This purple colorway, I believe this is called the Action Grape. I could be wrong about this, but we did pick up 4 pairs of them. And the reason is because they were all on discount. We got maybe around like a 20% off, which is not complaining about that whatsoever. So we picked up every size they had left, which was a size 9, 8.5, 7.5, and 7. Some really good sizes in my opinion, things that should move really fast. And like I said about those SBs, these ones are also going straight into consignment. I'm not gonna lie, I think everything we picked up this episode is going into the consignment episode next week, so stay tuned till then. Make sure you have those post notifications turned on so you don't miss that video, because trust me, that one's gonna go crazy. And yeah, just some all purple mids that honestly look really nice, and I think these are gonna sell really fast at consignment. I can see women wanting these ones because It's just a super clean colorway. Plus, at the end of the day, 99% of the girls who wear Jordan 1s don't care if they're mids because they do look like a high top on them regardless. So this, I'm really happy we found these on discount, so can't complain. Now let's move over to another pair that we bought a stupid amount of. That's because they're also on discount, which is a pair you should be very familiar with. It is this colorway, the Panda colorway. I'm so surprised I found these on sale. Again, around that 20% off. These as well as those action grapes we got at JD Sports. That's how we got them on sale. And like I said, we bought a bunch of pairs. A size 9, 8.5, 5 size 7s, 3 6.5s, and 3 6s. Again, I don't think I'm going to bring every single pair of these to consignment, because a few episodes back, we did bring a couple of these to consignment, and most of them have sold. So I'm pretty much just going to restock the sizes that have sold. So maybe around 20, 25, maybe 30% of those Pandas we're probably going to bring to consignment. But wait till next week so you can fully see all the sizes I'm bringing. I'm so excited for that video because I'm going to be buying a bunch of stuff. Link in the description is to my Instagram. I'm going to be buying a whole bunch of stuff off people. So if you are selling, link in the description. Hit me up on Instagram. I am buying. And yeah, very excited for that video. But that is the end of everything we bought on sale. The rest of the stuff is strictly all retail, but we still got a bunch of great stuff. Let's move over to some grade school pairs of the Jordan 1 mid, specifically in this colorway. This fierce pink colorway, honestly nothing that special of a colorway. I just noticed that they are low on a few sizes, so we picked up a size 7 and 6Y. Really didn't expect these to be that great of a mover, but I guess it does make sense. So yeah, we picked these up knowing that they needed some more, but if it was just a normal day of shopping, honestly I probably would have just like skipped these by. But now knowing that they do sell these pretty frequently and they need more, definitely gonna be on the lookout for these in the future. Yeah, just a really nice all pink, pretty much like a Barbie color sneaker. And now that I look back at it, it does make a lot of sense why this would be a very hot and popular shoe at consignment. But yeah, I think that's officially all of the Jordan 1 mids we bought. So now let's just move over to some plain Nike Dunk lows. Then we're gonna go to some Crocs and then finish it off with some Jordan 1 highs. So let's move over to the normal Nike Dunk lows, specifically this colorway. The Nike Dunk Low Polar Blue pretty much is an all like UNC themed Nike Dunk Low, and I did see they had a decent amount of these in their store already, but best believe this is gonna be a super good mover at consignment shops just because of how clean this colorway is. And for sizes, we got 2 size 12s, a 10.5, and 2 9s, and it's crazy how low this shoe is on the resale market. But at the end of the day, resale market and consignment market are two completely different markets, so that's why we picked these up, because we can probably sell them for $150 over what they're selling for on the resale market, which is great. So yeah, super happy we got these. Probably gonna be on the lookout for more pairs in the future. But let's move over to the next colorway, which is this one. These vintage green colorway, honestly, I would have just overlooked these any other day. However, they were on sale at JD Sports, just like the Jordan 1 mids we went over, around like 20-ish% off. So we grabbed the last few sizes that they had left, the size 12 and 11, nothing much, but at the end of the day, that's all they really had left, and getting them on sale. Hopefully these can move good at consignment. I'm not 100% sure, I'm not gonna lie. You know, for a hot minute, there was that huge craze of having an age vintage look on your sneaker. It is still kind of prominent today, definitely nowhere near what the peak was. But yeah, I really like this colorway. I'm not gonna lie, maybe if they had a size 10.5 left, I would have kept one for myself because it's just a super clean colorway. Let me know in the comments below, would you pick these up as a personal, and do you even really like that whole age look on sneakers? Because honestly, I don't like it whatsoever, but this pair, it looks good with it on, you know. I've only said that about a very few select pairs of shoes, so hopefully that translates into a lot of people liking that consignment. But we only have 2 pairs going there at the end of the day, so not that big of a deal. But let's move over to the last few pairs we have left. I think we have 2 more pairs and they are grade school, so let's move over to them now, starting with this colorway, the triple pink colorway. I believe I had these a little bit ago and I brought them to consignment and they did already all sell. So we bought a few more, only a size 5.5 and 6Y. That's all we were able to get. And I am on the lookout for more of these. So if you guys are selling them and you have more, link in the description to my Instagram because I am buying these. And yeah, nothing much to say about this pair. Just a good pair, a good mover. Something I'm really happy we got sizes of because we got arguably the better sizes of things that we could have got. But with that being said, we have one more pair of Dunk Lows, which is this pair. Now this pair, I'm not gonna lie, is a big letdown because this is the Dunk Low Halloween this year, and I'm really not feeling it whatsoever. It does have cool details throughout the shoe, yes. It's made out of the same material as the Halloween Dunk highs that we just went over, but it's just nowhere near as cool as some of the previous Dunks or as this year's Dunk high. Honestly, I'm not feeling it whatsoever. It is just an alright, okay, basic pair. Honestly, it's nothing too crazy. That's why we only grabbed the size 7 wide, and I only grabbed it in hopes that it can sell good at consignment, because these videos are recorded a little bit in advance, so by the time I have all the shoes to the consignment store, they'll still be around a weekish until Halloween's. And yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this colorway. You have to let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this? I think personally it's probably one of the worst Halloween anniversary pairs that we've had in a long time. But we only have a few more things left, so let's move over to something really rare that we never go through on this channel, which is some Crocs, specifically this pair. And as you can see, it's a bunch. We got every single colorway in the new Demon Slayers Crocs, and if you haven't watched my video, it will be linked up here. We go fully into these shoes, and yeah, we got every single colorway, some more than the others. In total, we got 8 pairs of them, ranging from a 6 all the way up to 12s. Majority of them are size 12s and 10, doubled up on a few sizes. But yeah, you guys have to let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this collaboration with Crocs, the Demon Slayer collab? Honestly, these are really clean, and in the video I did about these, I went over my favorites, the least favorite one, so don't forget to watch that at the end of this video. But now we have one more pair of shoes to go to, and that is this pair right here, the satin bread Jordan 1 highs. And we got 8 different sizes for this pair, and same thing with everything else in this video, straight to consignment. In terms of the actual sizes we got a size 11, 2 10s, a 9.5, 2 9s, an 8.5, and an 8. Was trying to go for majority of the bigger sizes, but 11 was the biggest thing I could find, unfortunately. And yeah, a clean colorway. You know, the bread colorway on Jordan 1 highs are always super nice, but it's just that whole satin material around this, and honestly, I'm very surprised we even got this shoe, considering we did get the breads not too long ago, and typically Jordan brand doesn't reuse the same color blocking on shoes like this very often. But yeah, again, if you haven't seen the full video I went over on this shoe, when we go in depth into detail on it and the full resale predictions on it, it'll be linked up here or in the description, as well as every other video I've been promoting throughout this video. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this pair of breads? Do you like the satin material? Do you not like it? Let me know all of your guys' opinions in the comments below. And yeah, that is everything we picked up this episode. Before we get to our tally portion, I want you guys to comment down below guessing the exact amount we paid for this episode. And the first person to do it will get a reward. With that being said, now we have to go through everything we currently have in our inventory, including the stuff we just bought this episode, starting with the Crocs Echo Clogged Demon Slayer. In the green colorway, we have a 10 and 9. In the yellow colorway, we have a 12, 10, and 7. In the blue colorway, we have a 12, 10, and 9. Then in the pink colorway, we have a size 7. Then in the Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star Lugged Winter 2.0 highs, we have a size 8, 7, 6, and 5. Then in the Reebok Question Mid Michigan State, we have a size 13, 2 11s, a 10.5, 2 10s, 2 9.5s, and a 9. Then in the Yellow Toe colorway, we have a 10.5, 10, and 9.5. Then in the Answer DMX Georgetown, we have a size 10. Then in the LeBron 20 Black Metallic Gold, we have a 12, 11, 10, and 9.5. The Nike PG6 Celestine Blue Peach Cream, we have 4 11.5s and 2 11s. Then the Adidas Addy 2000 Chalk White Black, we have a size 8.5. Starting off with the Yeezy 350 V2 in the cream colorway, we got a size 9.5. Then in the Nike Air Max 2017 Light Bone Off-White, we have a size 10.5. Then in the Air Max IVO Black and White, we have a 10.5, 10, and 9.5. Then in the Air Max 90 SE Marion Frank Rudy Summit White colorway, we have a size 11. Then in the Golf NRG Players Championship, we have 2 11s and a 9. Then in the Air Max Plus Black and White, we have a size 7.5 women's. Then in the Nike Roshe Run Black Anthrite Sale, we have 2 13s, a 12, 2 11s, 2 10.5s, a 10, and 9.5. Then in the Iguana colorway, we have a 7.5 and 10. Then the Sport Red Cool Gray colorway, we have a 7.5. Then in the Nike Killshot 2 Leather Sale Gum, we have a 10.5, 10, 9.5, 8.5, and 7.5. Then in the Nike Zoom X Streak Fly Mint Foam Volt, we have a size 12, 11.5, 10, 9.5, 7.5, 8.5, and 8. Then in the Air Force One High Billie Eilish Sequan, we have a size 10.5, 3 10s, 2 9.5s, and a 9. Then in the Nike Air Force One Mid QS Chocolate, we have a size 9. Then in the Air Force One Low Triple White, we have an 11.5. Then in the Reflective Swoosh White Blue colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the Uno colorway, we have a 12, 9.5, 7, 3 6.5s, and a 6. Then in the University Blue, we have a size 13, 11.5, 11, and 8. Then in the White Metallic Silver colorway, we have an 8.5. Then in the White Chocolate colorway, we have a 10.5 and 8.5. Then in the College Pack Midnight Navy colorway, we have 2 13s. Then in the White Wolf Gray Soul colorway, we have a 12 and 11. Then in the West Coast Los Angeles colorway, we have a size 7Y. Then in the Ambush Phantom colorway, we have a 13, 12, 10.5, 9, and 2 4.5s. Then in the Nike Air Griffey 1 Max, we have the San Francisco Giants, we have a 7 and 6Y. The Air Max 1 Crate Brown, we have 2 13s, a 12.5, 12, 3 11.5s, 2 11s, a 10.5, 2 10s, 2 9.5s, 2 9s, an 8.5, 3 7.5s, a 6.5, and 6. Then in the George Green colorway, we have a size 8 and 7. Then in the Dirty Denim colorway, we have 2 13s, 2 12s, 2 10.5s, a 10 and 8.5. Then the Air Max Thea Mid Ale Brown colorway, we have an 11, 8, 3 7.5s, and a 7 women's. Then in the Black Sail colorway, we have a 9, 8.5, 3 8s, a 7.5, and 6.5 women's. Then in the Nike Free Run 5.0 Black and White, we have a size 12. Then in the Nike Free RN Flyknit Black White Ombre, we have a size 9.5. Then in the white colorway, we have a 9.5 and 9. Then in the College Navy Orange colorway, we have a 10.5. Then in the Nike Vapor Max Flyknit Leopard, we have a 7.5, 7, 6.5, and 6 women's. Then in the Leopard colorway, we have a 9.5, 8.5, 7.5, and 5.5 women's. Then the Nike SB Dunk Low Wheat, we have a size 11, 10.5, 9, 8.5, and 8. Then in the Fog colorway, we have a size 11 and 10. Then in the Phantom Metallic Gold colorway, we have an 8.5, 9.5, and 2 10 women. Then in the Miami Hurricanes colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the Gorge Green Midnight Navy, we have a 9.5 women's and 7 women's. Then in the NBA 75th Anniversary Knicks colorway, we have a 10.5. Then in the Next Nature Homer Simpsons, we have a 6.5Y. Then in the Industrial Blue preschool sizes, we have 2 3Ys, a 2Y, 1.5Y, 1Y, 2 13Cs, a 12C, 11.5C, and an 11C. Then in the Panda colorway, we have 6 13s, an 11.5, 11, 10.5, 9.5, 8.5, 9 women's, 3 3Ys, and a 2Y. Then in the Airbrush Swoosh Black, we have a 9.5 and 11. Then in the Rose Whisper, we have 10 women's. Then in the Pink Corduroy colorway, we have a 9. And then in the Halloween I Am Fearless colorway, we have a size 7Y. Then in the Polar Blue colorway, we have 2 size 12s, a 10.5, and 2 9s. Then in the Athletic Department Deep Jungle colorway, we have a size 12 and 11. Then in the Triple Pink colorway, we have a size 6 and 5.5Y. Then in the Nike SB Dunk High Sweet Tooth Candy Corn, we have a 10.5 and 9.5. Then in the Jordan Access Bread, we have a size 11. Then in the Jordan Liftoff Black Dark Concord, we have a size 11. Then in the White Cement colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the Jordan Hydro 6 Black, we have a size 12. Then in the Jordan Sophia Slide Black and Red, we have a size 9 women's. Then in the Jordan 14 Lanies, we have 2 12s and a 7.5. Then in the Playoff colorway, we have a 9.5, 9, 2 8.5, a 7Y, 6.5Y, and 6Y. Then in the Black Flint colorway, we have 3 13s, 3 12s, 2 11.5, 2 11s, 3 10.5, 2 10s, a 9.5, 9, 8, 5.5Y, 2 6Ys, 2 6.5Ys, and a 7Y. Then in the Jordan 13 Black University Blue, we have 8 13s, 4 12s, 6 11.5s, 6 11s, a 10.5, 9.5, a 5.5Y, 6Y, and 6.5Y. Then in the Jordan 12 Hyper Royal, we have a size 9.5, 9, 8.5, and 8 women's. Then in the Black Taxi Toddler size, we have a size 11C and 2C. Then in the Jordan 11 Low Cement Gray, we have a 7Y, 6Y, and 2 4Ys. Then in the Jordan 9 Retro Boot RNG Military Brown Legion Green, we have a 13, 12, 11, 10.5, 10, and 8.5. Then in the black light gum colorway, we have 2 12s, an 11, 10.5, 2 10s, a 9.5, 9, and 8.5. Then in the Jordan 7 citrus, we have 4 8s. Then in the Jordan 6 Georgetowns, we have 6 13s, 2 12s, 6 11, 2 10.5s, a 10, 2 9.5s, a 9, and 8. Then in the chrome metallic silver, we have an 11, 10.5, 2 10s, an 8C, 2 7Cs, and a 5C. Then in the cool gray colorway, we have 2 13s and 2 12s. Then in the Toro Bravo, we have a size 13, 12, and 2 9s. Then in the Jordan 2 Chicago, we have a size 6.5Y and 6Y. Then in the cool gray colorway, we have 2 size 9 women's. Then in the Panda colorway, we have a size 9 women's. Then in the recycled grind colorway, we have a 6 and 5Y. Then in the Panda colorway, we have a size 9, 8.5, 5 7, 3 6.5s, and 3 6 women's. Then in the Action Grape colorway, we have a size 9, 8.5, 7.5, and 7 women's. Then in the Fierce Pink colorway, we have a size 7 and 6Y. Then in the Jordan 1 High Taxis, we have 2 7Ys, 4 13, and a size 8. Then in the Lost and Found colorway, we have a size 1.5Y, 2 1Ys, a 5C, and a 7C. Then in the Satin Bread colorway, we have a size 11, 2 10s, a 9.5, 2 9s, an 8.5, and 8 women's. And yeah, very excited because a lot of that inventory is going to get moved into consignment very fast. Unfortunately, we did not sell anything this episode, but if you guys have been watching and you're noticing we're missing a few things on our inventory, that's because we have a bunch of things in consignment, as you can see here. Plus, we have another like secret inventory of a bunch of sneakers we're holding on to, as you can see here as well. So the inventory I just showed you guys is the stuff we're actively selling and we have in our possession. So that is why you might be noticing there's a few missing things, but with that being said, thank you guys for watching to the end. It means so much to me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss any of my new videos. And now there's nothing left to say except for let's roll our brand new tally right now.